just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Monarchs offense will have the football first. There are always butterflies to start a game, and when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, Dave, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Down across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got a first down. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Monarchs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this game is, he hurls one deep on the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Monarchs line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So the James Madison Dukes offense will go to work for the first time today. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the ins and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right. I tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for a senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, he's obviously going to have a big year.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a gap into the mess. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. They'll try the left side. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
And the Dukes have it with a first and 10.
dusty in here.
To the air on first down. Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly what...
End zone. Touchdown, Dukes. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
When you run these screenplays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back. But look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screenplays.
On the gun, running back gets the gap. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. He'll send the tight end in motion. They give it to him again. That one can really put this drive into high gears. They have a first down at the 37.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Four wide out set, two on either side on 2nd and 10.
Keep it together, offense. Keep it together. Keep it going.
Looking downfield. It's a quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Monarchs are moving quickly down the field. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushes, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Wants to go up top. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Monarchs are in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
He makes the grab.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Monarchs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He'll keep it himself. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. retain possession.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
After putting up a three-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Power football with the run. Gets it past the first down marker and still on. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Pressure coming. The incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Gets it out quick. Throws to fumble. And recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Dukes will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gets it out. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. There he goes. Really good job, everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Up to 45 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener.
Give him an inch.
And the Dukes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll throw it from the red zone. And he will score! Touchdown, James!
This offense is firing with all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Keep it moving, offense. Keep it moving.
They'll lead it with it. Creates a little space. And with that stop, we are headed for the end of the first quarter. We've come to the break, and James Madison is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period will be a second down. They'll run play action. And as he throws, good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is down five.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
I mean, it's nice to have a guy that can do that, a quarterback that can extend plays. You don't get the loss, right? Like, he was sacked. He was dead to rights, but he breaks out of it and then doesn't turn a bad play into a catastrophe. Just throws the football away and live to fight another play.
The Monarchs in the hurry up. To the air. It's clear. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And the Monarchs will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They'll put that return to a stop with the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first two drives, and they'll try to put it as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
They'll try the run. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. All right, guys, let's look big picture at James Madison. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to climb before you run. This team has tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
The Dukes with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. And the Dukes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll run it on 1st and goal.
most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
The Monarchs headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw, it's Curry. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking at football. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Guys, let's chat for just a second about Old Dominion. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country. But you do wonder if things have just become really transactional.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys have decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people are leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
And the Monarchs will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Trying to move them on the counter. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He's piled up 76 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Dukes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The offense changing the play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Moves around to clear up the vision. He's up to the right. Not enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
They go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, even in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And the Dukes are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one. You know he has the defense's attention.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Connects. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Dukes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Has to throw again. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The game to the tailback. And he is stopped. Not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, James Madison. And the extra point gives him a 28-3 lead. A 69-yard touchdown drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. The Monarchs want to crank the tempo. Fine play action. Here's a hit. And to get rid of it. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Looking to throw, it's Curry. Target end complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Defense.
15 more.
Way too much grabbing and tugging there. No way the official's going to miss that one. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty.
Ace, 27, jump.
Looking downfield on first down. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Monarchs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to go for and the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to win.
He's got it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
Powers through. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
It's so nice as an offense to know you by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
From the guy. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. Absolutely center cut.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw on first down. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Hit him hard!
Second and 10. He'll throw again. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, and that's how we'll wrap up the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors and our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
The Monarchs will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Thompson. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive.
In a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
And the Dukes come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll stick to the ground. Looking for the mark. Oh, by himself down the middle. At the 20. Touchdown, Dukes. Once he got a snap, it was all over right to the house. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Offense bringing in the big boys. Heavy personnel. Running back searching for a hole. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The give on the option. if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
It's a curious play call offensively to try to throw after that great gain on the ground the snap before. If you're winning in the trenches up front, keep it going. Let the big fellas go to work. I don't like the idea of throwing the ball.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
On 3rd and long, hitting the throw beyond the sticks. It's complete to the left. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. And the Monarchs will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Cradles it at the 35. Slips through the line. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Great place to start for this offense. Off the play fake on 1st down. It's complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens. You can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. It's not the first time they've seen that.
Nice to grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
And you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive. The offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
The Dukes will hustle to the line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Move the sticks for a 1st down. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. He's got him still on his feet. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
And the Dukes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal.
29 Philly.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, James Madison.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they've been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
this offense needs to start with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to... Points up on the board.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Dropping back, it's Curry. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Man, these slant routes you throw quick. It's a timing route. He's thrown 3 million of them to the wide receiver, and most of the time, gets his hands up and he catches it, keeps his body in the way. But right there, just lack of focus, lack of concentration, just drops the easy play. He's probably caught that ball 99% of the time.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the pass.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying the football in the air, getting hits on guys. That's on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know, get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Short of the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
From the gun, again, looking for room. But it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Just a few on that completion. 4 wide out set, 2 by 2 on 2nd and 5.
to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to be better than that.
This defense, a much-needed play.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all the way this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, put it behind you. Great season so far.
Running with pace, changing speed, showing the moves. He's down to the 30. The Monarchs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll move the tight end. Play action on first down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And the Monarchs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at 25.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run.
He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be 4th down. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Right down the boulevard. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They'll run it from the gun. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load. He has delivered for his offense all game long.
It's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Fires to the wall. He's got another man. They get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
Outstanding game, just taking care of the football. Now, late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
The Dukes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. And the defense was roughing up that receiver.
Defense.
So they'll give up the 15 yards on the pass interference penalty, but that's certainly better than giving up a touchdown in the end zone. And the Dukes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They just keep firing. Looking for the goal. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And how about this offense, man? Putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game 1, they've done a phenomenal job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Some physical pass defense.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Working that left side now. They stop it just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up the first without scoring. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Monarchs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Tight end now in motion. Gives it on the option. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown. Way too little, way too late. They still count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown. Continue to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They'll ride the hot hand. And he is stopped at the line of scrimmage, but is all zeros, and time has expired here. The old coaching cliche, go player no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. You definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. If you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.